I'll just bring your clip on now, Jackie. This is your clip, which is a bit alarming to me.
The numbers for reform have overtaken the Conservatives. Your reaction?
Incredible. Over 15,000 people have joined us and given us their 25 quids over the last 4 days. This is an historic moment when the newest party in British politics overtakes the oldest existing political party in the world. Something is happening. So, of course, I'm delighted.
And I mean, you really feel that momentum that in 2025 something special is about to happen, do you?
Yes, I mean, when you think this has happened organically, we haven't advertised, we haven't had full pages in newspapers, this is word of mouth, it's people getting together over Christmas and talking to friends and family and saying, you know what, something's got to be done.
Look, let's make sense of what's going on here. It's such a joke when he says this has happened organically. It's happened with the help of the Labour Party, allowing him to stand unchallenged, basically, in his seat. And I'm saying that from having been part of a campaign that kept him out. The left managed to keep him out year after year after year when he tried and kept in. And it was Starmer who let him in. And it's been with the backing on the press. This little lump of shite is actually on Question Time all the time, all the time. You've been promoted in every one of our media. Then let's think, because it's a wider picture here. You've got Elon Musk, who's backed Trump, who has now actually announced on Twitter that he's backing the AfD in Germany, a far-right party. And he's actually trying to come in to back reform in the UK. And the interesting thing is there have been calls on Starmer to actually stop foreign funding coming in to our politics. And he's doing nothing about it. Was even in the papers yesterday. Why isn't he doing anything about it? You'd almost think, wouldn't you, that somehow they're quite happy with the far right getting in. But remember what they did when the left just got a little edge in. We had such a campaign against us. Let us be clear here. If the establishment and the powers that be didn't want Farage to become the next Prime Minister, he would not be getting the traction that he's getting. This is happening, as far as I'm concerned, because they want him, because this man is beatable. We showed that in South Thanet. Now, I also want to put that into perspective because at the moment I am obsessed with what's happened in Gaza, what's happened with the last hospital, what the courage of that amazing director of the hospital, Dr. Abu Safia. And you see, if you don't understand that this is all part of the same picture, if you don't understand that what we have in here globally is actually the conflict between those who have the power in Euro America, who are essentially the right, and that's what's been revealed by this whole thing with Corbyn. We're not in a liberal democracy, we're in a capitalist economy, and it will fight tooth and nail to keep its ascendancy. They're imperialists, they're colonizers, they're racists. And this is the beginning of the fight between them and the rest of the world, the BRICS world. And this is why I think we're seeing the hardening up of our right-wing politics, because we're just beginning to see what is actually going to be the global struggle between those who have global hegemony at the moment and those who are knocking on that door and beginning to organize. And that's why we have got to be like Dr. Safia. We have got to face those tanks because we have no choice. So, you know, I could hardly sleep last night because of this. That vision, which should have been on all our screens this morning. It should have been headline news on all our screens. And that man is actually, the latest news is that he'd been stripped he'd been beaten, and he'd been taken into prison. So let's look forward to what is going to be the fight of our lives, because that's what it's going to be.